We are live.
Episode 51.
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's freaking do it, bud.
Let's do it, buddy.
Push this thing out.
Your mic, your
What?
webcam's doing that same laggy thing I did last time. I think your webcam might be like fucking toast, to be honest. Like getting there because it's like fucking up the mic and stuff. Excuse my language. Um,
Mm-hmm.
cause like,
Mm-hmm.
you remember how I mentioned the stuttering thing last time that it was doing? It's like now it's not doing it, but it was doing it just a minute ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Ugh. Well, hopefully it holds through for the next episode.
Yeah. Could also just be your laptop, to be honest. Like I said, if we reset it or whatever, do whatever we talked about in the past, it might help. But that's a conversation for.
Facts.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 51 of Sonoran Sports Cards. And we're finally to the point where we're just going to be talking about basketball for a while. Maybe we'll throw in some soccer, but really that's about it up
Yeah,
until NFL free agency, I guess, and then
it's mid
baseball
March.
starts
Yeah.
up in March. March Madness is in March, so maybe a little bit about that. But yeah, we're in the point where we're just be talking about basketball. So today we're gonna
Not
look
much
at the
else.
standings
Yeah.
a little bit. Um, Standings review, maybe like who we think's gonna end up. Like there's a projection side of it too, like who we think's gonna win those end of the season awards, like MVP, who we think's gonna go to the finals, all that kind of good stuff. So a lot of basketball talk.
Yes, sir.
Um, that's the plan. So you want to start in the East or the West, Mikey?
Let's go with the East.
All right, Eastern Conference. We'll go from the bottom down.
The
Pistons
bottom
and Hornets
down.
won't be getting a whole lot of
So,
talk on here because bottoms.
yeah, you
Pistons
like.
Hornets won't be getting a whole lot of talk on here because they suck actual ass, bro.
That's just one of the teams. It's like.
What?
That's just one of the teams that like everyone knows that they blew it up and they're just not. They're gone.
Yeah, the Hornets like. I don't,
Yeah, because you were telling me they were like holding on to players like they were gonna make some kind of change or something, and like they're still just sitting at 14th.
yeah, I don't know. They both had players that they could have shipped out, both the Pistons and the Hornets. Pistons really just won, and they didn't end up doing it, but I don't know. Those teams are definitely trying to be as bad as they possibly can be. It should be their goal from now
Yeah,
on
and
because they ain't
15 to
gonna do
14,
nothing.
it's like a significant drop. Like from 13th to 14th in the East, there's a what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 game difference. Like they're like significantly worse than everybody else in the East.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are significantly worse, and they really don't have anything. The Hornets have Lamelo Ball, and Pistons have. Well, they have like a decent amount of young people, but Cade's not playing. He's hurt. He's out the rest of the season probably. So I don't know. They're just trying to be bad. Next team is up or the Magic. We'll do like this next little tier, which I guess would take us all the way up to probably the Wizards. So you have the Wizards, Raptors, Bulls, Pacers, Magic, all from like 9 to 13. And
Yeah.
their Wizards and Raptors, I guess, and Bulls are a little bit different than the Magic and the Pacers. The Magic and the Pacers have a lot of the good young players that like I think they should. I don't think they should be trying to be the worst teams because I straight up don't think they can. Like I just think they should just be prioritizing development, right? Just
Yeah, develop their young
whatever veterans
players.
you have, just cut their minutes a little bit and just be playing your young guys. Pacers have Tyrese Halliburton, who's their point guard, who's an All Star this year, so that's big for them. And they got Benedict Mathurin, who's second in odds for the Rookie of the Year, but like distant second for sure. um, And then they got Miles Turner and stuff, but it's really those two guards that they need to try and build around. And then the Magic have the guy who's number one in rookie rankings and Paulo Banchero, and then they have Franz Wagner too. So they have a really good small forward, power forward combination, and they just need to fill out around them.
Yeah, fill
They
up the rest
probably
of the
have their
team.
center of the future in Wendell Carter, um, but they really need a point guard. So So those teams are a little different. They're young. They should play their young people. The next teams, the Wizards, Raptors, and Bulls, they have a lot of like veterans and stuff. And I personally think they should have traded away people at the deadline, and they didn't. So
Now
I
they're just
don't
stuck
know.
in limbo.
They're all in that play-in range. Play-in is from 7, 8, 9, and 10. So they're
Yeah,
all
but
in the
like
back
I
end
feel
of
like in
that
their
play-in range.
situation, like even if they're so close to the play-in, like sure, let's say they have a good end of the season and they push up to that number 8 spot, like they're still gonna lose to all the other teams. Like they are nowhere near the
Oh yeah,
top 5.
no,
Like so, I
no,
don't
I don't.
I don't see what the point is. Oh, what if we can squeeze into the playoffs? Like you're not gonna win, so why?
I think in the
Like
East, 1 through 7 are playoff teams, and then the rest of the league or the rest of the East doesn't really deserve to be in it at all. Which I know is just the 8th spot, but I don't think the Hawks deserve to be in it at all, which are at number 8. Like they're just textbook dysfunctional franchise right now. Trey
yeah,
Young, their quote unquote superstar, is just all offense and absolutely no defense. And even on offense, he makes like dumb decisions. So he's getting a reputation already of being someone that people don't want to play with and
because
stuff
he's
like that.
not a team
So
player.
yeah, Um, I don't I don't even know what the Hawks can do. Like they have so much like their team is pretty full depth wise, but
Something's gotta
I don't
change.
know what they need to do with Trey Young, yeah, man.
Obviously, Trey Young might not be the center to their franchise that they were hoping.
Yeah, for sure. Um then we got your team, the Heatles at
Yep.
7, but the Heat have been really pretty good lately, I think.
They've been decently
And
recently, and I
yeah.
feel like the Heat's the team that, from what my experience of watching the past couple of years, I feel like the Heat always end up playing better in the playoffs.
Mhm. They're one of those teams that's stacked with veterans that has done it before and they can just kind of turn it on towards the end of the season. So this is where we can start doing a little bit of projections. I project the Heat to move up a little bit in the rankings, definitely get past
Okay.
6. Um, other than that, and the Nets
Yeah,
probably.
the
I think the
Nets are
Nets
just gonna
can fall
keep.
a little
They're
bit.
just gonna keep falling, right? They have nobody. Like,
Yeah, I think the Heat can push up to 5, which Cavs Heat in the first round of the playoffs would be pretty sick. Um, so we got the Heat out of the way. Knicks, New York Knickerbockers. Probably stay at 6. I think the Nets are just going to drop all the way down to 7, in my opinion, 7 or 8. Nick's got Jalen Brunson this offseason, who's proved to be amazing. Like he's a friggin' fringe all star. I can't remember if he actually made the all star team. I know he didn't make it initially, but I don't remember if he got in as like an injury replacement.
who is it?
Uh,
I'm looking it up.
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen
No,
Brunson.
I don't think he did. I think their only all star was Julius Randle.
No, he's not an All Star.
Um, Yeah, even though I think Jalen Brunson is probably better, but they got him from the Mavericks. He was a free agent, but the Mavericks should have re-signed him, but they got him from him, and he's been really good for the Knicks. So I think 6 is probably where they should be, to be honest with you. So I don't think there's going to be any movement up or down. I think they should stay right there.
Okay.
Nets, though, right above them, like we said, are going to fall probably to that 7th or 8th spot.
Everyone already kind of knows what happened with the
Heat,
Nets.
Heat are going to move up. Yeah, they still have like through those trades, they have a lot of good like rotation players, so I think they're gonna be like all right still. Um,
Yeah, but I feel like
but
once you
they
trade
just
away
don't have
those
the
two
star
key
power to
players,
like.
that's what I'm saying. At that point, you have to start thinking about how you're going to get that star power and playing for a middle of the pack
Yeah,
position when you're still not going to beat the top 3 teams. Like it's
but I think they're like too good already. They're 10 games above 500 right now. Like I don't know if they can actually like fall far enough to like get their draft odds super high. Like I think they're gonna make the playoffs probably. Just because, like we said, there are really 7 teams,
yeah.
actually 6 teams, if you take them out of it, that deserve to be in the playoffs, which means there's 2 other spots that are going to be open for the taking in the East. So I think they might just stay in. Um, Cavs really good. They got
Garland, right?
yeah, they got Garland, they got Donovan Mitchell, they got Evan
Oh
Mobley,
yeah,
they got
I keep forgetting they picked up Donovan Mitchell. Every time you say that,
yeah,
I'm always like, oh yeah, I forget he's over there now.
yeah, he's their all-star this year for sure. And then they got Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. So big question around them the whole season has been what are they going to do with that small forward spot, aka the three. And I still think that's a problem. And when the East has, if you look at the top of the East, the top two teams, one of them's got Jason Tatum at that small forward spot, and the other one's got Giannis Antetokounmpo at that just like roaming forward spot. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a big deficiency in the playoffs for the Cavs. I think they'll probably stay at 4 here, and I think they're going to only be like a. They might win the first round and then get knocked out in the second round. Would be my thoughts on them.
Okay.
You got Sixers in the third spot. I think we're led by Joel Embiid and James Harden. Joel Embiid continues to be second best center in the NBA. It's tough for him because he's like one of the top 5 players in the NBA, but centers just have him and Jokic, and I'd say Jokic is better. So
Or do you think the 76ers are gonna, if they get in the playoffs, do you think it's gonna be the same thing where they just fall apart?
no, I think
Do you
they
think
should.
Harden is gonna give them that boost they need?
Yeah, right now as the three, they would be playing the 6, which we think will be the Knicks. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd have to say I think the Sixers are going to beat the Knicks. And then at that point, they'd be playing probably like the Heat or I don't know, some team like the Heat or the Bucks. So they're
Yeah.
probably if they're playing in the Heat, I think the Sixers got a really good chance of moving on. If they're playing the Bucks, they're out.
Yeah.
And then you have the top 2 teams in the East, the Bucks and the Celtics.
Just absolute
Which
powerhouses.
yeah, absolute tanks. If you look at I have FanDuel up right now because I thought betting odds would be interesting to look at during all this since we're doing projections and stuff.
Yeah.
The Celtics are the favorites in the East, so that's what they think is going to win. And but if you look at their records, they're pretty much tied up. The Celtics have just played one more game than the Bucks have, and they won that one game that they played. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's going to be the 1 and 2 matchup for a while in the East because those it's not like any
A
of those
lot of the
players on those
other,
teams are like super
yeah,
old.
'cause a
You
lot of
know,
the other
like
teams are like in like limbo. I feel like I know I keep saying that word, but like they're stuck in the spot where they have to try to find a way to get better. And the Celtics and Bucks are already at that spot, and like you said, it's with
yeah,
younger players. So
yeah, not like insanely young, but still like
that's why
in their
that's
prime.
why I said younger,
Yeah,
like not.
yeah, like I don't know. I think it's going to be between those two for a long time for sure.
Also to mention, this is pretty important. The Bucks are on a 12 win streak right now.
Yeah, no, they are. They're freaking plowing through. Giannis is playing like the best player in the world, which is honestly what he is, in my opinion. But so, like, if it comes down to like who do I think's going to make it out of the East, picking against Giannis is just like dumb in my opinion. So I'm gonna have to take him again. But
Yeah,
the Bucks have the bigger question mark than the Celtics do, though. Too like Chris Middleton's health is he's starting to round back into shape, but it's still a pretty big variable because he's the definite number 2 offensively for the Bucks. Drew Holiday's, I don't know, probably the second best player on the Bucks, but Middleton's better scorer. So
right. Which is what they need when they have someone to help Giannis.
yeah, but I would pick the Bucks to be the East's conference champions when it
Okay.
all said and done. But I wouldn't be surprised with the Celtics. Obviously, I think they're both neck and neck, really
Yeah,
good teams.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was the Heat. So.
Oof. I would be surprised if the Heat. Western Conference, you got your 2 shit teams at the
Oh, the
bottom, just like we do
Rockets,
at the East.
bro. Huh.
Yeah, you have the Rockets, which are the worst team in basketball, record wise, and just like watching them wise. If you watch them, like they don't
It's
even
bad.
like try to win, bro. Like they just turn the ball over like crazy. It's ugly. And you got the Spurs above them. Those 2 teams suck ass.
The
So
Lake Show, bro.
so with the West though, if you notice, like once you get to 13, everybody's pretty close. Like
Yeah.
the Lakers are 27 and 32, but look what the Warriors are up there. They only had 29 and 29. So the Lakers are only like a couple games behind them. like 2.5
The
in the
Lakers are
standings.
literally 4 wins from the sixth seed.
Yeah, so the West is like jam packed, and I think the Lakers had a pretty good trade deadline. So I'd say they move up. I don't know how much. I guess we can look at how we're gonna say the other people are gonna do.
Yeah.
But I could see them moving all the way up into definitely the play-in, which is like 7, 8, 9, and 10. Which I don't know. They're not gonna do anything once they make it past that point. But LeBron will always carry that mysticism, though. Like, oh, what about
Yeah.
LeBron?
That's
But
fair.
yeah, I mean, he deserves it for sure. Like, I'm not doubting him at all. Then you got the Trailblazers. So Dame, just Dame,
And
and
that's
and
showing.
other people. Um, I don't know. I don't. I think they'll stay right in that area where they're at. Maybe push to 10, but stay there. So I think the Lakers are going to move past them for sure. Then you have the Jazz, who traded away some people, but they still have their All Star and Lauri Markkanen. They still have Colin Sexton. And they still have some other people. Like, I don't know. I don't think they're going to be bad enough to fall anywhere below like 12 or 13. So I think they'll stay pretty much where they're at. But the Lakers can
I'm
move
not
past them.
expecting them to drop to 14 or 15.
No, definitely
That
not.
would require the
They can do
Spurs
that.
or the Rockets to win
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
15
The lowest they
games.
could go is 13. Lowest anybody in this team in the West can go is 13 when we say fall. Because they can't get worse than those two shitbag teams. Then we have the Thunder, who are super entertaining, super young. It would be really awesome if Chet were able to play this season, but he got injured in freaking, was it summer league or preseason, somewhere in there. We haven't seen Chet play at all, and he was their number 2 pick this season. But SGA is their All Star. We're going to talk about him a little bit later when it comes to awards. But yeah, SGA is amazing. Then they got Josh Giddey. They got a really young rookie, other than Chet Holmgren this year, Jalen Williams, I think is his name,
Yeah.
who's doing really good too. Yeah, Thunder are fun. So, but I think Lakers can move past them too. So that would put the Lakers all the way up to 10th, and that's probably where I think the Lakers are going to finish is 9-10. So, yay for the Lakers, I guess. Everybody hates you besides your fans, but go for it. You see that Russell Westbrook went with the Clippers? He left the Lakers, went with the Clippers, so he's staying in Los Angeles. He's just staying in the same arena too. They both play in the Staples Center. He's just playing for the other team now, which is funny.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hang with
Uh,
them instead.
then you got the Warriors, who big question mark. I don't know, man. They're 5-5 in their last 10. They're 500 as a whole, 29-29. So, uh,
Their team seems
like
very like flip a coin.
it's Steph and Clay though, and Dre. Like, you probably want to say they're gonna move up a little bit, but I think the Pelicans are gonna fall, and I think the Timberwolves. I think the Warriors can move up to, let's say, 7. Let's put the Warriors at 7. Sure. Timberwolves will say move down, or will stay the Timberwolves stay where they're at, and then the Pelicans move all the way down to 9. I think
Okay.
is realistic. Um, Timberwolves, I don't even want to talk about them. I mean, they got Anthony Edwards, who we'll talk about later when we open packs, because we could maybe pull an Ant card this time. But I don't know. They're just, that Rudy Gobert trade they made in the offseason is a fucking disaster. Him and Karl Anthony Towns don't work together. And him and Anthony Edwards don't really work together either. Anthony Edwards needs the lane cleared so he can go do his crazy dunks and shit. And Gobert clogs the lane. So I don't get it. And clearly it hasn't proven to make them any better, because I
Yeah.
think they were like right in this range last year. Um, you got the Pelicans. Zion Williamson is hurt again and probably out the rest of the season. So that's all I need to say
Oh,
about
that's
them.
a
That's why
big
I think
deal.
they're going to fall.
Yeah.
That's why I think they're going to fall. You got the Mavericks, Luca and Kyrie. I
It's
mean,
a
that's
dangerous
a walking
combination.
that's a walking like at least 60,
It's a
right there
walking point
every game.
machine. Yeah.
Uh, and what's I think nice for Luca is that he can now have kind of a bad game. Like, he wasn't
Yeah.
able to have a bad game before. Like, if he had a bad game, they were losing for sure. But at least Kyrie might be able to
carry some of that weight.
keep them up, I guess. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna move anywhere. I think they'll stay right in that range. Suns, they got Kevin Durant. They won the offseason or
Yeah,
the offseason, the trade deadline because they got Kevin Durant. But
they're gonna be
like their depth is like pretty concerning. So we'll see with some of these buyouts that are happening right now if they can get one of those veterans to get put on their team. But I don't know. Their depth is a little scary, but playoffs are a story of like a 7, 8 man rotation. So they definitely have 6. So we'll see if
they can get that
in these
seventh or
next
eighth.
couple in this next couple of months they can figure out who those last couple people are. But if they do, then I think this is probably the first or second best team in the West. The Suns are. I mean, just they have Devin
Yeah,
Booker, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, DeAndre Ayton. Like Devin Booker and Kevin Durant are a walking 60, just like we said Luka and Kyrie are, and then Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton are way better than anybody else the Mavericks have. So then you got the Clippers, who, like we said, Russell Westbrook's on. Woo!
it doesn't change
I
anything.
fucking, oh my god, I lost it right when I saw that shit. I was like, I swear to God, there's gonna be a picture of him with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. And sure enough, boom, people trying to act like this is a big three, really trying to act like the last 4 seasons of Russell Westbrook just haven't happened.
Trying to
Like,
act like he wasn't already a part of a three with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and he did
yeah, really
absolutely
trying to act
nothing.
like this man wasn't relegated to the bench with the Lakers, who are 13th in the West, bro. Like they try to act like this is some big three. Like he'll hopefully the best thing Russ can do now is come off the bench as like a 6 man and provide some energy, which I think he can
Yeah.
do a good job of. But it all comes down to Kawhi and Paul George with this team. Like don't get Russ Westbrook mixed in that. Like don't think he's gonna do anything. And Kawhi has started to look pretty freaking good, man. So that should be scary for everyone. Because I know it's been a couple of years, but Kawhi Leonard is just as good as anybody else in the NBA. Like just as good as Luca and Giannis and
He's a problem
Jokic
for
and
sure.
Durant and all of them. Kawhi is nasty if you're getting full Kawhi, but that's always a question mark with Kawhi. Are we getting a full
I mean,
Kawhi?
that's that
Or is
one
this
clip
like
from LeBron James, right, where it shows him and it shows the Clippers calling in Kawhi Leonard, and it shows him and he like cusses because they bring Kawhi
yeah?
Leonard back in because he's like,
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Yep. Then you got third place, my Kings, boy.
It's still astounding for
So
me to see.
beautiful.
They don't look like a real team to belong there. Like seeing
I
that
know.
symbol, I'm just like, who dat?
You're like, wait, has something gone wrong with my standings on my computer?
My computer's
The
glitching. It says the Kings are
computer
third.
machine broke. Uh, but yeah, the Kings, I mean, ended up having 2 All-Stars in the All-Star game, man. They have DeMontis Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox.
I say Kings drop
So it's
down to
gonna be those
6.
two and Keegan Murray and Harrison Barnes and Kevin Herter. That's their starting five. It's a pretty damn good starting five. But I don't know, man. They have some real defensive deficiencies if you look into those people that I just said. like like they're gonna score a lot of points. They're one of the best offenses in the NBA, but they're also gonna give up a ton of points, which in the postseason is proven to not work.
Not what you
So
want.
as much as I love the Kings, I could really see them getting bounced in like the first round, depending on who they get put up against. Like if the Kings draw the Mavericks, which is what they're set up for right now, that
That's
would be a pick 'em for me because both those teams' defenses are terrible. So it would just be who can score more points.
yeah.
Um, then you got the Grizzlies, who have kind of not been good lately.
Yeah, 4-6 in the last 10.
4-6 in their last 10, but if you look out wider than that, it's even worse. They're still second place, but they're losing ground on that hold of that second. Like the Kings are only within 3 games of them, and the Suns way down there at fifth are only within like 4.5 games of them. So if they keep slipping up, they could get bumped all the way down to like 4 or 5. And everyone hates them in the NBA, which is a
Because they're a
problem
bunch of
because everyone
jerks.
everyone's like, I want to kick their ass when they play them. So that's a problem. Um, but I mean, I think the Grizzlies are going to be better than anybody they can match up against in the first round. So I think they'll make it to the second for sure. But that's probably where their road ends. Then you got who's been the best team in the West, the Nuggets.
Jokic.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's not really any other thing to talk about other than Nikola Jokic.
Got some actual freak.
Yeah, he's averaging a triple double this
Uh,
season. He's probably going to be um, the MVP for a third season in a row, which just doesn't happen in the NBA. So if it doesn't happen, that'll be the reason it doesn't happen. Is someone's gonna be like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
it's been it's only
can
been
we
two
really give it three
times.
times in a
Yeah,
row to the same guy and he hasn't even won a title? Like, can we do that? Well, I mean, by definition of what the MVP is, yes, you can do that and you should do that because he is playing like the best player in basketball.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, they're still firing on all cylinders, 7-3 in their last 10. I mean, they would be the safe pick to say would come out of the West because the Suns have like question marks, but it's going to be either of those two probably for sure. Let's see who FanDuel has as the favorite in the West. Conference division winners. The Suns are the favorites to win the
Okay.
West.
Are they?
Yep, Nuggets are second, and then the Clippers are third. Um, yeah. Ooh, the East is so close between the odds that you get for the Celtics and the Bucks. The Celtics are the slight favorite, but
Yeah.
it's
I
close.
I mean, it's like you said. You said you wouldn't be
But big
surprised if the
big drop
Celtics
off.
took it, but you said the Bucks are your
Yeah, Bucks are who
choice.
I'm picking, but
Giannis.
and that brings us to a little interesting little. So the top three, right, in the West are Suns, Nuggets, Clippers. Top two in the East are the Celtics, Bucks. So for this week and this week only on FanDuel, they have what they call a boost, which is
Yeah.
the Ringer NBA boost. This is because Bill Simmons like works with them, or like is sponsored by them, so they do stuff for him. You get plus 130 odds, which means if you bet $10, you would get your $10 back and $13 if you won on any two of the Celtics, Bucks, Suns, Nuggets, or Clippers to make the 2023 NBA Finals. So the
Okay.
Celtics or Bucks on the East would have to make it, and then the Suns, Nuggets, or Clippers on the West would have to make it. I definitely threw some cash at that today because that's I don't like I just said when we went over the East. I don't see any other team other than the Celtics or the Bucks making
Yeah.
it, and on the West, I can't really see any other team other than the Suns, Nuggets, or Clippers making it. You know, it's like this seems like pretty good money right there. And it's boosted all the way up to plus 130. So if you do like what I did, you bet $20, you win, you get $46. You get your 20 back and then plus 26 more. So, it
Yes,
seems
sir.
like pretty good to me. But, gamble's a gamble. So we'll see if it pays off.
Yes,
Other
sir.
stuff you can bet on though, if you're a gambling addict, not like me. Luckily, I'm not addicted to gambling. I'm addicted to opening sports cards though. That's a whole different problem. Um, you can you can bet on player awards. So like the end of the season's awards, right? So MVP, right? That's the main one that everybody thinks of. Our boy Jokic is big time favorite on FanDuel, as he should be. Like we said, he should win it. The only reason he wouldn't win it is if someone's like, oh, or if people start getting that mentality of what we just said, right? Like, oh, he can't win it three times in a row. He's never won anything. But he's playing like the MVP. If it's not him, I feel like it's got to be Giannis, I guess, or Joel Embiid. Those have
Yeah.
been the other two for like the past two seasons too, which is really shitty for Joel Embiid because I don't know if he's ever gonna win an MVP because he's just like his
Playing
prime is
against these
also the
other. Yeah.
yeah his prime is also the prime of Jokic and Giannis and Doncic and all of them. Like I don't. Oh, poor dude. Little bit. Well, like this next award isn't really all that up in the air either. It's Rookie of the Year, which we will be opening 2022 pack today to try and hopefully find one of these guys up at the top of this list. But you have Paulo Banchero, who's odds-on favorite by a huge margin over second place Benedict Mathurin, who went to the U of A. So that's pretty cool for me.
Yeah.
How good Benedict Mathurin has been. He was like the 10th pick too. So the fact that he's second best rookie is pretty crazy. Paulo Banchero was the first overall pick, so we should not be surprised that he is uh,
He's doing what
odds-on
he's
favorite for the
doing.
rookie of the year.
He's doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, he doing what he's supposed to be doing. Defensive player of the year, you got odds-on favorite is Jaren Jackson Jr. for the Grizzlies. Some Triple J action. who has crazy block stats, but his block stats are like, I don't know, like there's a difference between what he's doing and what like a highlight reel block looks like. I don't know. He's getting easy blocks in my opinion, but that's just nitpicking and that's just hating on him a little bit. Like he's averaging 3.3 blocks a game, which is crazy, crazy good. And he's get 17 points, but we are talking about all defense, so his points don't matter. Second place would be Brooke Lopez, Bam Adebayo, but again, they're really far back.
Yeah,
So far, those first three awards
pretty
are all pretty
one-sided.
well knotted up. Yeah. Sixth man of the year, Malcolm Brogdon for the Celtics is odds-on favorite right now. Still, that one's not really that close either. You got Norman Powell, Tyrese Maxey, Westbrook. I don't think the sixth man of the year can be traded halfway through the season. I don't know. Maybe you can. But the only one that's actually worth talking about is most improved player of the year, which is it's a pretty stiff debate, man, because there's two players that have equal odds right now, which is really rare for an award like this. Um, but the reason they do it is because how are we going to define the most improved player, right? So one of them is SGA for the Thunder, who was a like a good to great player last year, and is now like a walking 30-point like superstar.
Yeah,
So he jumped from star to superstar. All right, so that's one step up. And then there's Laurie Markkinen, who was like for the Cavs was like a role player, like you could tell had some potential, but wasn't really anything. But now that he's on the Jazz, he's an all-star. All right, so that's probably role player, starter, all-star. That's probably two steps up, I would say. SGA took one step, but one huge step, right? Going from star to superstar. So it kind of comes down to like how do you define the award? Like some people are like, are we really going to give the most improved player award to somebody who's averaging 30 points like SGA is? And I would say why not is my personal opinion, but there are pieces out there like, oh, this is supposed to be for like players that are finally like fulfilling their potential and going from like being not that good to being good, whereas GA is going from being good to being
to
great.
being
So
amazing. Yeah.
yeah, they're both plus 135. So it's a two horse race at this point. So you can pick out of those two who you think. I personally think it should be SGA. So if I were picking, that's who I would pick. But Laurie Markkinen, U of A alum, so I wouldn't be upset if he won that. I don't know. There's coach of the year, but I don't give a shit about that. Um, my finals pick,
Okay.
um, Suns versus Bucks, I guess.
Bucks.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty safe bet, to be honest.
Let's see what the number one bet is for, because you can bet on like who the finalists will be. That is the number one bet is Celtics Suns, like highest odds.
Yeah, because I mean we went over the
Sorry,
championship
lowest
ones and
odds.
they were in the number one.
Yeah, they were both
So
number one. Second is Celtics Nuggets,
makes sense. Number
and
two
then
is
third and fourth are Bucks Suns and Bucks Nuggets.
legit just only four teams.
Yeah, and then you mix in the Clippers and the Grizzlies are the next two against the Celtics. So FanDuel definitely seems to think that the Celtics have the nudge over the Bucks. They would say that the Suns and Nuggets is a lot tighter than the Celtics Bucks,
Okay.
which I don't actually get that to be honest, but that's what I would see looking into those odds for sure. All right, so now is pack time. So before I switch cameras, I guess I'll explain what we were gonna do.
Sir.
I have 5 cello packs here, and the idea, at least that was rolling around in my head when I picked them, was one pack from each of the past 5 drafts, um, which is what it turned out to be. So we have 2018 status, which is
I don't think I've seen those cards before.
no, they're I don't think they exist anymore. I think they've stopped
Okay.
making status cards, or maybe they're set in like Chronicles now
Yeah.
instead of their own thing. But this is Luca, Trey, and SGA's rookie year.
Luca.
I would say SGA is definitely the number two. I don't F Trey, bro. So Luca and
Yeah,
SGA.
Trey's really fallen
Um,
off.
then we got 2019, 2020, if not something that we've all seen on this channel,
Yes,
Chronicles.
sir.
Zion, Jaw, and Darius Garland are probably the top three from that year.
Ja?
Mikey's boy Tyler Hero is probably fourth.
On Ja?
I said Zion, Jaw, and Garland. But yeah, Jaw over Zion. Then we
This is
got
that Ja Morant
2020.
stream.
So Anthony Edwards, yeah, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Maxey, and Lamelo Ball. Not Tyrese Maxey, Tyrese Halliburton. I guess Tyrese Maxey is also in this, but Tyrese Halliburton
Halliburton,
is the
that's the one you
Tyrese
want. Yeah.
that I meant when I wrote down Tyrese. Tyrese Maxey wouldn't be bad either. Then you got 2021, 22 Optic. So Mobley, Wagner, and Giddy. Cade's all right too.
Garland?
Jalen Green, Scotty Barnes. Like there's a lot of people, but
What year's
what?
Garland? Darius Garland.
No, Garland was 2019.
2019?
Yeah,
Okay.
we've already talked about him. He's Jaws year. Jaws year. And then the most recent rookies, there are a couple products that are out, and I was able to find this today. I had this idea that I was going to do this like 2 days ago, and I was like, well, like I have all the other years already.
And then you
I
found
could
that
pack,
one.
but I was like, I
Yeah.
need to find one of this year, and I went to 6 stores, and the 6th store had 3 NBA hoops packs from this year, and I bought all 3 of them, but we're
That a
gonna
boy?
open one today. Um, so Paulo Banchero, Benedict Mathurin, and then I guess Chet Holmgren, but he's been injured all the time. So should we go from now back or back forward
Let's do from
in time?
2019 to now. 2018, I'm sorry.
2018, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2018
Let's start at
is the first year.
2018.
Yeah.
That
All
way,
right.
that way it gets more and more fresh.
Okay,
Let's
let's
get it.
do it. Oh, my camera switched back over, but we'll fix
Yeah.
that once you get.
Yeah, let's say just move everything and then fix it. This is gonna happen again if you fix it before you do it.
On good.
It's a big old cord.
I know.
I figured that's why you were laughing. It's a really cool Pokemon coin, dude. Where'd you get that?
Dude, check out this 6 Super Bowl ring, bro. And the 49ers helmet. Like, oh my god, bro.
Shit.
Bang, bang.
Bang bang.
Okay, we good?
Yeah, looks good to me.
All right, sick. All right. So before we open our packs, I just wanted to show you guys off some breaks I've gotten in. How many breaks? Right now, we only have 2 breaks. I bought into 3 breaks, and I've actually done pretty well on all 3 of them. One of them I did insanely well on, and we have the cards back from this. It's just I don't have the cards back from the 3rd break I've done in the past. Like, I took a pretty long break from breaks, but but now we're gonna look at what I've gotten back into. So it's all football, by the way, because Mikey. And because football was on my mind because of Super Bowl and stuff like that. So this was a $20 break spot for me. And I got the Packers, so it was a random team, and I wasn't super stoked about that, but it ended up being okay for me. I ended up getting the one auto out of Mosaic, so that was cool. Devondre Campbell, no clue who that is. I looked that up, and this is like a $6 autograph card. Big whoop, right? Then I got pretty much every Packer rookie you can get: Samori Torre, Quay Walker, Romeo Dobbs, and Christian Watson, who was their remember
Yeah.
he caught a bunch of touchdown passes. That guy. But then more importantly, I did get 2 Aaron Rodgers cards, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I got this disco Aaron Rodgers from the Super Bowl. What Super Bowl is that? 45. And then I got this out of XR numbered to 49 Aaron Rodgers card right here. So
Ooh.
2 Aaron Rodgers cards, That auto, these rookies, I looked it up, exactly $20 in cards, so that's how much the break spot was. So I guess not bad.
Yeah, got your money
What
back.
I'll do is I'll probably sell the Aaron Rodgers cards together and then the Campbell cards separate. But I'll probably have to hold on to these until football starts getting to be relevant again before I can get my money was worth out of them. None of them are worth grading, but that will be a little different on the next one we open right now. Okay, this one, $25 spot. Actually, I think it was 27, but I wrote 25 on here just because it sounded better. This is the one that Mikey knows about. I got the Pats. It was all from this most recent year. So all the products were. And we'll start from the back because the top card is the best card. I should have not had it up front, but whatever. I got some Mac Jones action. I got, but remember, this isn't Mac Jones' year. So these would be second year cards.
I mean, Mac
I
Jones
got
is
one
also
to,
falling off right now.
yeah, I got one to 199, one to 499, and then just a stupid base card out of Illusions. So that is junk that doesn't need to be there. Um, but two numbered Mac cards, and then I got this sick patch RPA of Bailey Zappi from Illusions.
That's what I'm talking
So Bailey
about.
Zappi, if you remember, if I would have pulled this at like one point in this season, I could have sold this for a shit ton of money, bro. Because Bailey Zappi was playing for a little bit, and everyone's like, "Is he better than Mac?" Um, so his cards were like crazy priced at that point. But now, not so good. But still, it's an RPA, so this card is still worth like $50. I looked it up. And then the big hit, one that I've never had before. This is a receiver.
Sure.
This is a receiver from the Patriots named Tyquan Thornton. But this is a one of one right there. Only one of these cards exists. If you can read that, it's
That's
literally right
crazy,
there. It's like
bro.
one of one. Yeah, it's called the Hat Themes from XR. So there's like the little new era hat logo from inside of his hat, and
Yeah.
then some like pieces of his hat. His auto's terrible. Like, if there's one thing I could say to Tyquan Thornton, I'd say at least try better. Because that's apparently supposed to be like a TT, but like, it's not even a T, bro. Like, if you're going to do
Yeah.
cursive T, at least do the little curl, you know?
Something like that,
But
yeah.
no, it just looks like 1-1.
Eh,
But
it's
yeah,
very
this
true,
is a
but
one of one, and I looked up like other Taekwon Thornton one of ones, and they were going for like 200. So about $250 in raw cards
that's so
for
good.
for a $27 buy-in, and obviously these two I might want to grade, right? Like, I'll look over
Yeah.
them and see if they're worth grading, and then grade them. I say I will as if I haven't already done that, but for the sake of the stream, I'll say I'm going to. All right, now let's open specs. So
Sir.
breaks can work out for you. They cannot. It's gambling. It's a little bit safer gambling than just buying your own packs on your own. So, upon Mikey's request, we will start from 2018 and work our way forward in time, which I guess makes the most sense. But this year is kind of crazy because this is Luca's year. So, I mean, if we pull a Luca rookie, that'll be sick.
Yeah.
I don't even know what status looks like, to be honest with you. I put the price point on the card. I wrote it, so $25 for this pack, simply because it's Luca's year. And we'll get a Mikey product review while we look at them. Mikey, what do you think of status? This is their base.
Ugly.
Ugly, okay. Jeremy Lin, not in the NBA anymore. Bradley Beal, Willie Cauley-Stein, Gary Harris, Nick Olavucevic. Since we're opening value packs today, we're going to have a lot of junk base cards because they love filling those up on the value packs with junk base. Joe Ingles, TJ Warren, Clay Thompson, a
Oh, that's pretty
Shaquille
cool.
O'Neal top status Shaq card
That was
from when he's
pretty.
with the Magic. So he's Rip Shaq. That's pretty sick, honestly. We like that. We like that. We got a Rodians Crooks rookie card. Sick. Chris Paul Elite Series out from the Rockets. Jalen Brunson rookie. Hey, not bad. Not bad.
We take those.
We take that. Is that like a hollow or all rookies that way? It looks like all rookies are that way. It's probably like the fourth best player you could get from this pack, so not terrible. Gary Trent Jr. rookie. Dante DiVincenzo rookie. So we will sleeve that Brunson, and then we're gonna sleeve that Shaq card because it's kind of cool, and we like Shaq. So, because who doesn't like Shaq?
Shaq is the best.
Shaq's a meme lord. So on this channel, we appreciate the meme lords. The only like true L out of the rookies out of that pack was Rhodey and Karooks. Like Dante DiVincenzo and Gary Trent Jr. are like pretty alright players.
At least something. Get something back.
But Jalen Brunson is the good one there. Still don't think we made our money back, but not bad. Issue with when you open these older packs is like you know who's good, but you also know who's bad. So like there's not like the prospecting of when you open a pack of like nowadays, like oh he's not good now, but he might be good later. No, when you're opening a pack 5 years old, like you're like nope, this guy is shit, and he will always be shit. Um. Okay, now 2019, Jaw, Zion, Darius Garland, Tyler Hero,
Jaw.
Jordan Poole. Yeah, Jordan Poole.
Jaw.
But yeah, obviously it's just Jaw.
We're gonna just have everyone to know aware if it's not Jaw, we're throwing them the rest away. Doesn't matter what it
Um,
is.
James Harden, Threads, Chris Paul, Chronicles, Giannis, Prestige. Oh, I love flipping cards, bro. Nothing like Chronicles where you have to flip the cards around like crazy.
Shout out Jake.
SGA, yep, shout out Jake. Okay, now we're at our rookies. Cam Reddish, Zion, okay, okay.
Take that.
Big Chungus, Big Chungus. Jordan McLaughlin, who? DeAndre Hunter again? Didn't we already get a Hunt? No, we got a Cam Reddish. We got the other Hawk. Nikhil Alexander Walker, Cam Johnson, rest in peace,
R.I.P.
who's now on the Nets. Anthony Davis score. Jordan Poole out of Luminance, and this is a bronze, so that's
Yeah.
nice.
I love Luminous.
That's nice little. Ooh, Zion Williamson out of Phoenix. Another Zion Williamson out of XR behind it. Little Zion pack.
Yeah.
And then, ooh, Darius Garland.
That
Bronze
was
out
a
of
decent.
Marquee.
That was a solid pack.
Yeah, on God.
It was alright.
All right, we got some stuff to sleeve.
I
Not bad, not
was not
bad.
expecting that Darius Garland. I was expecting it to be a flop on that last card at least because of all the Zions.
Yeah, we got. I mean,
I mean, you're sleeving like 3 cards. That's pretty good.
it's even more than 3 cards. We're gonna sleeve 5 cards, bro. Actually, honestly, that playbook Zion does not need to be sleeved. There's like 5 million playbook Zions. So we're not sleeving that. We'll sleeve 4, and we'll say our highlight. Do you want to go with the Garland or the Zion out of Phoenix?
Let's do the Garland. I like that Garland
Yeah.
card.
Yeah, you just don't like Zion.
I have my reasons.
Darius Garland Marquee.
He doesn't deserve to be where he's at. He's lazy. At least was, I should say.
All right, 2020. Ant-Man, Tyrese Halliburton, LaMelo Ball. $20 Prizm pack. So definitely out of the stuff we've opened, definitely the highest quality pack thus far, without a doubt. Remember, you get your red, white, and blues in the back,
Okay.
and your little Prizm bonus.
Red, white, and blue.
Aaron Holiday, Lugans Dort, Royce O'Neal, Al Hortford, Manuel Mudiay. We got our silver. Please be a rookie. Nope. Gary Harris, rip. Our green, please be a rookie. Nope. Aaron Gordon. Tough, bro. Jason Tatum, insert, and then Kevin Love, Xavier Tillman, Peyton Pritchard. Oh my god, that was terrible. That was Dell.
What a high quality pack, guys.
Yeah. Luckily we got this red, white, and blue pack that's gonna come through, right?
Who can we get out of here
2020.
again?
What?
Who can we get out of here possibly?
Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, and LaMelo Ball.
Okay.
Is 2020 really not gonna have a highlight? Maybe. John Wall. Do we have a rookie? No. We have Darius
Oh
Baisley.
boy.
Do we have a rookie? No. Darius Garland. Ugh.
Spent all the juice in the last pack.
Yeah, that's tough. No, hit from 2020. All right, 2021. Now we're at Evan Mobley, Franz Wagner, Josh Giddey are the top three in my personal opinion. Now somebody else might argue that, but this one $22. This is Optic, so again a higher quality pack. I think this is the most expensive one we had. Yeah. No, the status I think was 25 because it was Lucas here.
Yeah.
But this is definitely I personally like Optic more than Prizm, so I would say that this is the highest quality one. So the last three cards I think are blue velocities, which is the special out of this. Well, apparently you get a rookie right on the front. Jaden Springer. Steven Adams, rated rookie of Keon Johnson.
It's freezing up a little bit. Give it a second here. All right, you're good.
This Curry is going to be hella lucky, bro. Rated rookie behind him. Isaiah Todd. Yep, Lamau. LaMelo Ball, wrong year. Would have been nice if you showed your ass up last year, bro. Anthony Edwards, same deal, bro. Come on.
Hello?
Absolutely getting memed. Drew Holiday.
You're getting nay-nayed right now, bro.
Jalen Brunson. Okay, we got a My House of, is this Giannis? Oh, that's cool. My House Giannis.
That's pretty cool, yes.
We got a winner stays LeBron James. We got one more card before our blue velocities. Air defense Giannis Antetokounmpo on DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that an Ayton card or a Giannis card?
Rip. Okay, our blue velocities. Okay, that's not a rookie. That's Patrick Williams. Also not a rookie. That's CJ McCollum.
Oof.
Please. Okay, rated rookie. Team. Slow roll. Wait, no, it's just going to say the name. It's not going to say that. Grizzlies. Santi Aldama. I mean, kind of a hit, I guess. It's a blue velocity of a rookie, so count it, I guess. And I want to sleeve this air defense. I have no clue if this is a rare card, but I just think it kind of looks cool.
I agree.
No?
I like the card a lot, actually. I like the Evan Mobley one a lot, to be honest.
You like either of these inserts? I really don't like this one.
No, the LeBron James one's boring. The one on the left is okay, but it's definitely better than the LeBron one.
No. Okay.
Still not something I would get all crazy about if I
Last
saw it.
year, NBA Hoops. Wow, bro, they give you 30 cards. How many of them do you think are going to be actually have any value at all?
5.
5? All right, we'll check. $14. Exclusive teal explosion and orange explosion parallels in the Hoops value pack. Robert Williams, Marvin Bagley, Evan Fournier, Chris Boucher, Chris Duarte, Blake Griffin, Karis LeVert, Miles McBride, Juan Toscano Anderson, Eric Gordon, Nikola Jokic, Devontae Graham, Austin Reeves, John Morant, Monty Morris, Jose Alvarado, Moses Moody. Okay, we have a rookie, Tyrese Martin.
Gross.
No, I have no clue who that is, bro. Anthony Simons, rookie of a white guy. Tough. Christian Braun. We have a Jabari Smith. That's a rookie card of who was the third overall pick. Hasn't really done all that great, but we're going to set that in the hit column, I guess. Isaiah Mobley. Ooh, I don't know who you are, bro. I got excited and thought it was Evan Mobley, but that's not this year, bro. Vince Carter. Rookie card of Jaden Hardy. Mike Conley. Rookie card of Ty Washington. Okay, now we got some weird color coming up here. Seth Curry, bro. Wow.
Bruh.
Sick. Sick, bro. Not Steph. Not Steph, guys. Seth.
Wish.com.
Jason Tatum. Pure players.
I do not like that card.
I feel like they had to know this was ugly, bro.
That looks like a packet of like that homemade powder like you use to like make homemade ranch. Like you add some water to it.
Always pure quality, 100% natural.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Houston Rockets. Okay, is this a Jabari Smith card too? Season's greetings, Jabari Smith. All right, all right. Not terrible.
Who knows? He still has time. He's young.
I hate this card.
That's really ugly.
All right, we do have something shiny. Looks like it is a rookie greetings, same thing, but a hollow. Let's Chet Holmgren. That's
Okay.
not bad. All right,
That's
so
a
that
keeper
kind
for
of came
sure.
through
That's
at
a
the
sleeve
end.
for sure.
Yeah, so I don't think any of those rookies we pulled, like the normal ones, had any value. So we're not even include those in the value ones. So Mikey said value wise, probably. If he said 5 cards, I think he might be right with 5 cards. So good job, Mikey.
Thank you.
We're sleeving 3 of them, but so we did get a quote unquote hit ish from every year. This was definitely the only hit from this year, if we're being honest, is the Chet Holmgren, the hollow rookie greetings one.
I don't know how he's gonna be in the NBA, bro. He's gonna break every time he touches the court. He's way too thin.
His track record's already not good, bro. He broke and can't play the whole season. So
All that weight, thin frame,
yeah,
Isn't he like 7 foot tall or something?
yep.
Yeah.
I think he's taller than 7, actually. All right, let's see. Let's do the hit from each year. So from this year, we're gonna go with that Chet. From the year before, which one? The air defense or this rookie blue velocity?
Air defense.
It is cooler looking. And then you already said you want the Garlands over our Zion pile. We have nothing from 2020 because that was ass, and we'll go with the Brunson rookie out of status. So there's our 4 hits throughout the years. And again, we did open a 2020 product, but we had absolutely nothing worthy of showing off because it was Prizm, and Prizm sucks.
I really like that second one there.
The Darius Garland.
Yeah, Garland. I think that's a cool looking card.
Bronze marquee. Yeah. Yeah, that Chronicles pack was actually pretty juicy.
Yeah.
Honestly. Got a bronze pool, bronze Darius Garland, and then 3 Zion rookies. That's pretty good, honestly.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'd say we had 2 good packs, and the other 3 were. One of them was shit, and the other 2 were like, eh. So. Not terrible, honestly. Pretty expectable, I guess. If we were guaranteed that every time, we would be doing a lot better than we have been doing. I still don't think we made our essentially $100 back that this video was, but you know.
No, I mean you still have a chance though with that Chet Holmgren though. That's the thing. It's cards like that. Because if he comes back and like ends up being like a crazy superstar, then that card value is gonna skyrocket. Hopefully.
Take me away.
Take me away so far. All
I have
right.
to go full emo hair for the last bit of the video. So
Full emo hair.
yeah, there you go. Full emo.
I'm full hairline right now, bro. You can see my hairline. It's rough. It's rough out here. Got my 5 head. All right, episode 51. That's crazy. We've already done 51 of these, man.
Oh God.
All right, guys. That is it for episode 51 of Sonoran Sports Cards. We hope that you guys like what you saw. We went over 5 different packs from the 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. Talked about the NBA standings projections and talked about some betting odds on the awards for the NBA along with the NBA Finals. If you guys like what you saw, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and the notification bell so you guys can see when we go live. And you can join us here and chat with us, and we'll try to reply with you guys as much as we possibly can because we do get sidetracked talking about stuff.
Mm-hmm. A little
Um,
sneak peek for next episode. Where it's going to be a big time risk it for the biscuit
Risk it for the
pack opening.
biscuit.
One of those classic big money 6 card packs is what we're going to be opening. So
Oh,
yeah,
so next
I've
Monday
been
is gonna
holding
be
on to it for a while.
spicy.
Yeah, well, I'll either be happy or really upset. So yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that is it for today's episode. And like we always say, we will see